Hey guys, what's up? Today in the BrickLab we're going to be visiting the far-off land of Shintaro from Ninjago, Master of the Mountain. So if this design looks familiar, that's probably because I stole it from the Dragonheart Palace set that came out in March for the Raya and the Last Dragon movie. I also borrowed this idea from Brick Henry over on Instagram. He pointed out that it would make a great custom Shintaro, and I basically just stole that idea and ran with it. And here we go. So basically the first and major modification that I made to this set was by removing all the blue and replacing it with white instead. That improves the set like 3,000% in my humble opinion. Basically, in the original set, you'll notice that the pillars here and walls were basically blue, and it just clashes so hard with the overall color scheme with like the teal and the lighter blue and the white. It looks hideous. It's way too many colors, and it didn't do anything for me. And you will notice that the bottom here is still that regular blue, but I left it in because it's barely noticeable, and if I don't notice it, it doesn't bother me. So there you go. So yeah, basically I just had to order a couple of these pieces on Bricklink, swap them out, and then it looked a whole lot better, and I was able to breathe again. And you'll notice in the background there on the throne, we do have a custom King Vangelis minifigure, and we'll pull him out so we could take a closer look. He's a lot different from the one that I have in my original custom King Vangelis minifigure, and that is thanks to a couple of extra pieces. The torso and the skirt piece come from the Build a Minifigure section at the LEGO store, and then the head is that custom Extremist Soldier head that I used in the original custom video, and then his hair piece we actually got recently with that Friends Apartment set. So I was able to steal it from that weird doll art project type thingy and basically put it on him. So, and as I pointed out in the custom video, the cool thing about this head is that number one, it's glow in the dark, and number two, it does have this alternate expression on the back for when he begins his transformation to the dark side, but maybe that's a spoiler. Well, hopefully not at this point. So yeah, basically that's it. I also just threw him on the throne at the back there. Unfortunately, because of the skirt piece, he does have to stand, but the throne is tall enough that it doesn't look out of place. And one thing I would highly recommend is replacing this tile piece with just a regular plate, like about a 2x3 plate or something like that, just to give him something to stand on. So I'll be completely honest with you, I actually have no idea where to start with this thing, because contrary to what it looks like, there are actually a lot of features packed into this thing. So I guess we'll start at these magnificent pillars and just work our way inwards. So starting at the one over here, you can open it up to reveal, well, there's really just a candle inside. There's really nothing too special. I kind of ran out of special weapons and whatnot to put in there, so yeah, sorry that one's not exciting. But on this one over on the other side, that one is much better, because you can see I was able to replace whatever piece used to be here with one of these panel pieces. I was also able to add in the Blades of Deliverance, so I was kind of pleased with the way that turned out. Of course, you do have to be careful with them. You do have to make sure that they are wedged up here in among this plate, otherwise they do tend to fall out pretty easily, because obviously there's really no clip holding them in place. So that is a downside, unfortunately, but other than that, it's a really cool hiding place for them. What next? Well, since we're over here, I guess we can take a look at this side room here. And I really didn't do anything to fix this. I'm pretty sure this crate is the exact same as it appears in the set. I didn't even bother changing the coral plates that it's balanced on, just because they're out of sight once the crate is in place. And if we open it up, we can reveal that it has all these gemstones inside, which I like to think is either maybe a custom version of Vengestone, or it's the riches that King Vangelis gets from the Vengestone buyer. Alright, and then moving over to the opposite side here, I feel like we're doing kind of a little bit of jumping back and forth here, but we'll get into our stride eventually. Anyway, this side is the small cage for Chompy. If you pull on this little bar here, it actually opens up to reveal that there's a little golden Chompy inside. This little dragon was used on a couple of Ninjago sets in the past, I believe. Most recently, I think the City of Styx set. I was thinking about it, and he probably best resembles a custom miniature Chompy. He's really gold instead of white, but this dragon isn't out in white yet, so I guess we'll just have to make do with that. And we can just tuck him back in and put the crate back in place. And if you're wondering why there's a yellow frog balanced on top, there were a ton of these that came in the set, and so rather than just toss them into the spare parts bin, I just liberally sprinkled them throughout the build, so don't be surprised if you see a few more. So you may remember this from the actual set where it was used to reveal, I really don't remember what, but I turned it into a little display stand for the Skull Sorcerer to make a dramatic appearance for him. Unfortunately, his wings were not able to fit on the stand, or this wasn't able to rotate with the wings on here and him holding the skull. but it gets the basic point across. So yeah, we can spin him back out of the way. We'll take a look at his private little chamber later. So spinning around to the back, we can take a look at some of the inside rooms, and first up is basically this simple little dining room with a table, a scroll, a teapot, and just a plain basic weapons rack, and of course Princess Vanya, and another yellow frog. Basically, I really didn't have too much to do with this space, so I just turned some of the extra pieces from the set into a table here. I don't remember there being a table shown in the show from the Shintaro portion of it, but I could be wrong. I could be forgetting some kind of banquet or something, so I guess this suits that purpose fairly well. And moving over to the other side here, you can see this is my version of the Skull Sorcerer's secret room at the palace. Not sure if he actually had one, but if he did, I imagine this is probably what it would look like. We have just a little crate here piled high with some gold, obviously more of his wealth accumulated from selling Vengestone. We have just a rat because, it adds to the general decay and gloom of the place. We have the Skull of Hazadur on the side here, a little glass, and this sword, which is technically used in the summer 2021 Ninjago sets, but I thought it was kind of wicked enough looking that it looked like something the Skull Sorcerer would wield. And then we also have his wings just hanging in the corner here, which obviously, what you could put on the Skull Sorcerer once you remove him from his platform. And the last room, of course, is the inside of this giant dome thing on top, and I appropriated that space for Cole's bedroom. Since it was already a bedroom, it seemed like a good enough place to put it. And this is, of course, Cole's bedroom where he first meets one of the geckos, and anyway, and you can see I also gave him a little golden locket from Lily, or Gilly, or Millie, or whatever you want to call her. And yeah, here's Cole. You can see that he's not very happy at having his sleep disturbed. Not a huge fan of that, I guess. I'm with you on that, Cole. And one kind of major modification that I did make to this dome was actually to put in some golden jumper plates right here. And the reason for that was just to keep this little dome in place. Unfortunately, the way that it's constructed in the set, it just spins about way too freely, and that's kind of annoying, especially if this is something that you're planning on using for one of your stop motion seasons or something. So yeah, there's that. So putting those tiles there, it still moves around a little bit, but not too much. And obviously if you put some sticky tack down, you're going to be able to keep it in place pretty well. So yeah, that's basically all I have for you guys for your custom Shintaro builds. Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone is still making their custom Master of the Mountain seasons, but if they are, hey, this is hopefully a good inspiration for you or for what your Shintaro could look like. And if not, if you're not wanting to use this for Ninjago, it's a pretty good set on its own once you swap some of the colors around. So yeah, that's basically all I have for you guys today. If you want to help support future content like this, feel free to buy the set using my Amazon affiliate link in the comment section or the description below. And basically, you don't pay anything extra, but I do earn a small commission from it, so hey, it helps out future videos. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today, so let's roll the end card. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all that other good stuff. And if you want to see more of my content, please feel free to check out the other videos on my channel. And if there's something you want to see me build, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will see what I can do. Again, that's all I have for you guys today, so I will see you next time.